Here is it, the LOSI TLR Ten SCTE 2.0, and now I will open it. Let's see where is the top. I think here. Yes. Big box. Here's the box. So, another seal. So, here is it. So, what do we have here? First, of course, this body looks really good. And I will later cut out all these things because I will take this body for big outdoor tracks. Here, the box is quite empty, but it needs its size because of the body. I have here spare part list and the manual. Very big, but very detailed. So, Bag G are the tires, 2 full sets with these rings in, what is it, yellow or even neon yellow. But I do not need these tires, these wheels at the moment, because I have several wheels from my LOSI 10 SCTE 1.0, as I call it now. So, at the moment, no use for this. But the other stuff. Here is the chassis plate with TLR logo on it, and I do not know if this is a little bit different than my tuning chassis plate from the 1.0. It is in that case that the mid diff sits on a different location, but in general it's the same material, but here it is standard and not a tuning option. This bag is also big. Bag D, I think diff parts and bumpers and shock damper bridges and some other stuff on it. What do I have here? Bag F, these are the side bars and screws and battery holders. Oh, this is heavier. This is bag B. Metal part, front bumper, and many metal parts for the suspension and the drive shafts, diff parts, bearings, and so on. Small part, bag A, steering, Back C is also quite small. Here we have bearings and the parts for the mid diff. Back H, mid-size part with some, they have fluids on it, that's nice, and thread lock and tools. Back I, very small. What is this? These are the inserts from the suspension mounts. Nice. And back E, dampers and springs. And that's it. It's not more than these parts. So the box is so big because of the body. To build this truck I need some other parts. It will get its speedo, the Speed Fashion Xeran SCTE Pro, which I have here. This is also a new one, and the motor is also only one ways old. It's a Hobby Ring Xeran 3656 with 4700 kV. It's a monster, this motor. It's not so big, but it's the fastest motor I have ever driven. So I hope these wires are long enough, because motor and speedo sits on very different places in this car. So this comes in the box. Servo, also from my SCTE1 with the aluminium servo arm. It's a Savex SC1257TG. It's also very good. Here's my Spectrum receiver SR3100. Very small, a little bit long antenna. This is not so good that they have such a long antenna, because only this end part is the antenna. But who cares, it doesn't matter. I use a Spectrum DXVR for this. So, and of course I do not the wheels that are in the box. I have here my wheels. Here I have Schumacher mini pins on DE Racing SCTE wheels, and this work very good for high traction tracks. Of course I have 4, and these are older LRP tires. These tires, the LRP VTEC SC tires, work also on carpet tracks. They are not so aggressive like the Schumacher mini pins, so maybe for the first test drive I will mount these tires on the truck, and I can also use these on normal street when I test it, if everything is working fine after the first assembling of this truck. So these come into the box. So now I have here oils. What do I have? I have 3000, we'll use this at the rear diff. And where is it? I have 5000 and 7000, also for the diffs. Maybe I use 773 or 553, we will see. Both will work. And for the dampers I have 32.5, maybe for the front, maybe it's too stiff for the front, and I have 25 and 20. So my home track has a lot of grip, but it's also very bumpy, so I must use very thin oil. So these will come in the box, and paper. I have setup sheets from two from Dakota Fan for high grip traction tracks, and one for my mate Sebastian, who has the same truck and using it very successfully on my home track. So I have an orientation for the setup. And for the body, for indoor grips, I will use my old body, the J Concepts Ford SCTE Raptor, and I have here, sometimes it is allowed at my home track, it is allowed to use rear wing for it. This is a Proline 110 Spuggy rear wing, mounted with, secured with 4 screws on it, and it gives stability while braking, while accelerating, while driving very fast, and during the jumping. It works really fine with this, and as long as it is allowed, I will use this. And this is not cutted because it's indoor track, so I do not need these cutouts. So this will be also in the box. And so at least I can close this box, because I have now everything to assemble the Losi TLR Ten SCTE 2.0.